Good morning, friends. Welcome to the Electromagnetics third year ENTC online videos. This is our chapter number 1 that we are discussing, and today we will be discussing on the electric field intensity for continuous line charge distribution. Under the continuous line charge distribution, we will be considering today the line charge distribution and the electric field intensity derivations in case of line charge distribution. The line charge distribution is categorized again into three types: finite length, infinite length, and ring type of distribution. In this discussion, we will cover the first two cases, finite length and infinite length. If you remember, the line charge density or distribution is called as uniform line charge distribution when the charges are uniformly distributed over the length of the conductor. Now here we have shown a line charge distribution which is lying along z-axis. Let us derive the expression for electric field intensity due to the finite line charge distribution. The line charge is finite. It is indicating that the length of the line charge distribution is limited. Let us consider the line charge distribution in our case is lying in the horizontal plane. So this is my line charge distribution which is lying in the horizontal plane. So I have point P which is located at a distance d from my line charge distribution. Now the coordinates of the total line charge, if I divide it into two sections, you are observing it is having from minus a 0 0 to a 0 0. So this is the points or the line end points of the line charge distribution. Now let us consider a small element of length dx which is located at point mx00. Now this line charge distribution, if you are observing, is uniformly distributed around the origin. So if this is my central point, the length on the left hand side left axis is minus a, and on the right hand side it is a. So total length comes out to be equal to 2 times a. This small element dx we are observing is making an angle theta, and the total, if I move this point from the origin to the end point a dash, it is making an angle of beta. So we are supposed to now calculate the electric field intensity which is experienced by a point at P coordinates 0 d 0. As it is lying along vertical axis, its x component and its z component will become equal to 0. So these are the assumptions. With these assumptions, now let us derive the expression. The straight charge wire total length we are considering is equal to L. We have to calculate the electric field intensity at point P, which is located at a distance of d. Now we know that line charge density is given by charge divided by the length. We are here considering only the small charge spread across the length dl. So small charge density, line charge density will be equal to dq by dl. In turn, dq I can write it as rho l multiplied by dl. So if I want to calculate the total charge on the line, I have to do the line integration. So q will be equal to line integration of rho l dl, that is integrating this total charges along the given line. When the small differential length is considered, dx is the point where we will consider the first electric field intensity calculations. So for this small charge, it will act as my point charge now. So the expression for the point charge, if you remember, it is charge divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 r square into a unit vector. So dq I should replace from the above equation by rho l dl. So I get an expression as E bar is equal to d bar is equal to rho l dl divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 r square. I should now determine what will be the direction of resultant electric field intensity total. Let us draw the components. If I move my dx point, this is your dx small. So if I move this dx point totally to minus a00, so my electric field intensity, if I join this point to point P, my arrow will be in E2 direction. So this is the electric field intensity E2 due to my point at minus a00, charge at minus a00. Similarly, if I move this dx point at right hand most corner at a00, the electric field intensity will be E1. Resultant electric field intensity will be E1. Now resolving E1 and E2, resolving E1 and E2 in x and y directions. What I get? This is my E1. So resolving it in the x direction, I will get it as EX1. Similarly, EX2 and EY1, EY2 will be on the top. So what is the conclusion in this? Here if I observe the direction of EX1 and the direction of EY1, all the horizontal components along the line charge distribution are cancelling each other. Only the component that you will get is along the y-axis. This is the conclusion that we can say. So for every charge on positive x-axis, there is equal charge present on the negative x-axis also. Hence, x component of electric field intensities produced by such charges at point P will cancel each other. Hence, effectively, there will be no component along the x direction. So, integrating it over the length to get the total electric field intensity now, we can write it as it will be equal to minus A to A. Its length is ranging from minus A to A, rho L dl upon 4 pi epsilon 0 r square. Here we are considering epsilon 0, that is free space, into unit vector. We know the unit vector can be written as vector r divided by the magnitude of vector r. So here vector r is a vector which is joining your small differential charge which is located, this is my small differential charge dx which is located along x. Okay. So here if I observe this triangle, I want to calculate vector r. It is going from dx to point P. So I can travel in negative x direction and positive y direction. Negative x and positive y. So which will be equal to, if dx is located at distance x, unit vector will be negative. So it will be minus x ax cap plus d ay cap. So this is my resultant vector that I will be getting. Now from this resultant vector, if I calculate the magnitude, it will be equal to under root x square plus d square. So substituting these values in the equation, what you get is, it is rho L, dl is my differential length, that is dx, 4 pi epsilon 0 x square plus d square, this is the value of r that you have substituted, that is magnitude, that is under root x square plus d square. So making the square, you will get only x square plus d square. Now unit vector you have written it as x ax cap plus d ay cap upon its magnitude, so it will be under root x square plus d square. Now here you observe that whenever you are writing the equation for electric field intensity, you are getting two components, x component and y component both, after writing the vector r. Now in the previous discussion just we have seen that there is no component available of electric field intensity along x direction. All the charges on positive side are cancelling the effect on the negative side charges. So only now we will be taking the term that is d into ay cap. So x ax cap I should substitute is equal to 0. So if I substitute that is equal to 0, what I get is only d ay cap divided by x square plus d square. So integration is from minus a to a. You can make it 2 times, so it will be 0 to a and other things remains the same. Let us simplify further. Now I should do some substitutions for the simplification of the integration. Observing the diagram, what I get is my x, what you can write it is my tan of theta will be equal to what? Opposite side upon adjacent side. So it will be equal to, this is my distance x, so x divided by d. So x you can write it as d tan theta. So writing dx will be equal to d sec square theta d theta. Now when my x is equal to 0 means I am at the origin point here. So when I am at x is equal to 0, my line will totally coincide with the vertical line. So at that time my theta is equal to 0. So if x is at the center origin, the angle theta will approach to 0. Now when my A point I move from origin at A, you are moving now at coordinates A. So when I move at coordinate A, the angle made at that time is theta. So my limits of x from 0 to A will now change from theta is equal to 0 to beta. So substituting this in the further, what you will get? It will be limits now. Theta is equal to 0 to beta rho L upon 2 pi epsilon 0. You have dx. So it will be d sec square theta d theta divided by x square. So it will be d square tan square theta plus d square. Wherever you have x and dx, you will be substituting it by d tan theta. So you will get d square tan square theta. Taking d square common from these two terms, 1 plus tan square will be sec square. So taking it out of the bracket, what you get is, first take d square common. So if I take d square common, I get 1 plus tan square. 1 plus tan square is sec square. So under root it is d square sec square. Coming out, it will be only d sec theta. Now here also you take d square common from these two terms. I get 1 plus tan square. So 1 plus tan square it will be sec square. So d square sec square is the simplification of this term, and simplification of this term, second term will be my d sec theta. So observing what I can cancel, so d square will get cancelled with d square, sec square will get cancelled with sec square. Only what I remain is now single d is remaining. Okay. So what you get is rho L upon 2 pi epsilon 0 into d. 1 upon sec, you can write it as cos theta. And what is missing to be written is d theta. So cos of integration you know is sine. So it is sine beta that you will be getting. Now from this diagram, what you can observe is, if I want to write sine of beta, from the first diagram, if I want to write sine of beta, this is my angle beta. So opposite side of sine beta is total length A and divided by the diagonal, that is nothing but under root a square plus d square. So this is my A divided by diagonal. You can observe this side is my A. So if this side is A and adjacent side is D, diagonal will be under root a square plus d square. So substitute the value of beta as under root a square plus d square, and that will be my final expression for electric field intensity. So you got it as the expression. So If I want to now extend my expression from finite line to infinite line, okay, it is infinite. So I want to convert it now to infinite line. Here you can observing. So if I want to convert it to infinite line, my a will become is equal to infinite. So if my a I want to become is equal to infinite, from the previous I should take a common. So it will be equal to a square, taking common out from the bracket, it will be a. So numerator a and denominator a. So numerator a and denominator a will cancel each other. So what you are getting is, and substituting a is equal to infinity. So if I substitute a is equal to infinity, 1 upon infinity will be equal to 0. So this total term will result is equal to 1. So I get an expression, it is rho upon 4 pi 2 pi epsilon 0 d into a by k, or the same you can write it as rho L upon 4 pi 2 pi epsilon 0 r into unit vector ar. So this is my general expression for electric field intensity due to, I should remember, this is the expression for infinite line charge. So here it should be infinite line charge distribution. Okay.